Hey there. You know what's been stealing your peace? You know what's been making you feel so small? You know what's been draining all your joy? It's the comparing. The constant looking at what others have. The endless measuring yourself against everyone else. The scrolling through their highlight reels and feeling like you're falling short. And the negative self-talk that comes with it. I'm not good enough. I'm not as successful. I'm not as attractive. I'm behind. I'm failing. I'm not measuring up. These thoughts, they're on repeat in your mind, aren't they? Every time you see someone doing better, every time you notice someone has more, every time you realize someone is ahead of where you are. And it's making you discouraged. It's making you feel like you're not enough. It's making you question your worth. It's stealing your confidence. It's robbing your joy. Because when you're constantly comparing, you're never winning. There's always someone with more. Always someone doing better. Always someone ahead. So you end up feeling perpetually inadequate, perpetually behind, perpetually not enough. Take a breath with me. Just one breath. And as you exhale, see if you can release some of that comparison. Some of that negative self-talk, some of that feeling of not measuring up. Because here's the truth. You're on your own path, your own timeline, your own journey. And comparing your chapter 3 to someone else's chapter 20 doesn't make sense. It's not fair. It's not accurate. It's not helpful. Let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw soften. Let yourself be here, on your own path, without constantly looking sideways at everyone else's. Tonight, we're going to talk about something important. How to stop the negative self-talk. How to quit the comparison game. How to find your worth in yourself, instead of in how you measure up to others. Because that comparison, that negative self-talk, it's not motivating you. It's not helping you. It's not making you better. It's just making you miserable. And you deserve better than that. You deserve to see your own value. You deserve to appreciate your own journey. You deserve to stop beating yourself up for not being someone else. You're not them. You're you. And that's not a problem to fix. That's who you're meant to be. On your own path, at your own pace, living your own unique life. So tonight, let's talk about how to stop comparing, how to quiet that negative voice in your head, how to start seeing yourself accurately instead of through the distorted lens of comparison. You're better than you think. You're doing better than you realize. And it's time you saw that. You know where this negative self-talk comes from? This constant feeling that you're not good enough? It comes from the comparison trap. You look at social media and everyone seems to be doing amazing, living perfect lives. achieving incredible things, looking flawless, being happy all the time. And then you look at your own life and it feels so ordinary, so imperfect, so far behind, so much less impressive. So you start the negative self-talk. What's wrong with me? Why can't I be like them? Why am I so far behind? Why am I not doing better? But here's what you're forgetting. You're comparing your reality to their highlight reel. You're behind the scenes to their carefully curated performance. Your whole messy truth to their polished, filtered, edited version. That's not a fair comparison. That's not reality. That's comparing apples to oranges. Or, more accurately, comparing real apples to photoshopped, filtered, perfectly lit pictures of apples. Because what you're seeing of their life, it's not real. It's curated. It's edited. It's the best moments, the perfect angles, the success without the struggle, the result without the process. They're not showing you the failures, the doubts, the hard days, the struggles, the imperfections, the ordinary moments, the times they felt inadequate too. So you're comparing yourself to an illusion, to a performance, to something that doesn't actually exist in the way you're seeing it. And then you're using that false comparison to fuel negative self-talk, to convince yourself you're not good enough, to believe you're failing, to feel inadequate. But it's all based on false information, on incomplete data, on a comparison that was never fair to begin with. So what if you stopped? What if you stopped comparing your reality to their illusion? What if you stopped using their highlight reel as the standard for your whole life? What if instead you compared yourself to yourself? Yesterday's you, last year's you, where you were before versus where you are now. That's a fair comparison. That's useful information. That's actually motivating instead of demoralizing. Are you growing? Are you learning? Are you moving forward? Even if it's slowly, even if it's not as fast as someone else. Are you progressing on your own path? That's what matters, not how you compare to someone else's curated version of their life, but how you're doing on your own, actual journey. So stop the comparison. Stop the negative self-talk that comes from it. Stop judging yourself by impossible standards based on false information. Start being real with yourself. Start comparing yourself to your own progress. Start measuring yourself by your own growth, not someone else's highlights. That's fair. That's accurate. That's helpful. And it will change everything about how you see yourself. Because you're doing better than you think. You're progressing more than you realize. You're growing, even when you can't see it. But you'll never see that if you're too busy comparing yourself to everyone else's carefully edited version of success. So stop looking at them. Start looking at you, your real you, your actual progress, your genuine growth. That's what matters. That's what's real. That's the truth you need to see. Now let's talk about that voice in your head, that negative voice that's constantly criticizing you, telling you you're not good enough, pointing out everything you're lacking, highlighting all your failures. That voice, it sounds like it's telling you the truth. It sounds like it's being realistic. It sounds like it's just pointing out facts. But it's not. It's lying to you. It's distorting reality. It's giving you a completely biased, negative, unfair view of yourself. Because that voice only focuses on what's wrong, what's missing, what's not good enough. It ignores everything you're doing right, everything you have accomplished, everything that is good enough. It's like having a critic who only points out flaws and never acknowledges strengths, who only sees problems and never sees progress, who only compares you to impossible standards and never recognizes your real achievements. That's not helpful. That's not motivating. That's not accurate. That's just destructive. So you need to challenge that voice. You need to talk back to it. You need to question its narrative. When it says, "I'm not good enough," ask, "Says who? Based on what standard? Compared to what?" When it says, "I'm so far behind," ask, "Behind what? Whose timeline? Why does that matter?" When it says, "I'm failing," ask, "At what? By whose definition? Or am I just not succeeding in the way I expected?" Challenge the narrative. Question the assumptions. Don't just accept what that negative voice says as truth. Because most of the time, it's not truth. It's just negative interpretation, biased perspective, distorted view. And you can choose a different perspective. You can choose to see things more accurately. You can choose to challenge the negative and acknowledge the positive. Not with fake positivity, not with pretending everything is perfect, but with balanced, accurate, fair assessment. I'm not where I want to be yet, but I'm making progress. I'm doing things differently than others, and that's okay. I'm struggling with this, but I'm also succeeding at that. I have room to grow, but I've also come far. That's balanced. That's accurate. That's fair. That's what you need instead of the one-sided negative narrative. So start talking back to that negative voice. Start challenging its lies. Start choosing a more accurate, balanced view. Not because you're avoiding reality, but because you're seeing reality more clearly, more completely, more fairly. You're not just your failures. You're also your successes. You're not just what you lack. You're also what you have. You're not just where you're not yet. You're also where you are. All of that is true. All of that is real. All of that deserves acknowledgement. So give it. Challenge the negative. Acknowledge the positive. Choose balance over bias. That's not self-deception. That's self-honesty. Seeing yourself clearly, completely, fairly. And when you do that, when you challenge the negative voice and choose balanced perspective, something shifts. You stop feeling so inadequate. You start seeing your real progress. You stop being so discouraged. You start appreciating your actual journey. That's what you need. That's what will help. That's the truth you need to embrace. So start today. Challenge that negative voice. Choose balanced perspective. See yourself fairly. You're doing better than that negative voice says. You're making more progress than it acknowledges. You're more capable than it admits. So believe that. Choose that. Live from that truth. Here's something important about comparison. It's stealing your present moment. It's robbing you of joy in what you actually have by making you focus on what you don't have. Think about it. When you're comparing yourself to others, you're not present in your own life. You're not appreciating what you have. You're not enjoying where you are. You're too busy looking at what they have, what you don't have, where you're not, what you're missing, how you're falling short. So you miss the good in your actual life, the progress you're actually making, the blessings you actually have, the unique path you're actually on. All of that gets overshadowed by what you're not, by what you don't have, by how you don't measure up. And that's tragic, because your life is valuable. Your journey is meaningful. Your path is yours. And you're missing it by constantly looking at everyone else's. So what if you stopped? What if you brought your attention back to your own life? What if you appreciated what you actually have instead of mourning what you don't? Not with forced gratitude, not with toxic positivity, but with genuine appreciation for what's actually good in your life right now. What do you have that's valuable? What are you doing that matters? What's good in your life right now, even if it's not perfect, even if it's not as impressive as someone else's? Focus on that. Appreciate that. Be present with that. That's your actual life, not the comparative version. The real version. The version that's happening right now. And when you're present with your actual life, when you appreciate what you actually have, something shifts. The comparison loses its power. The negative self-talk quiets down. The feeling of inadequacy fades. Because you're seeing what is, not just what isn't. You're appreciating what you have, not just what you lack. You're present in your life, not lost in someone else's. That's where peace is. That's where contentment is. That's where joy is. Not in having more than others. Not in measuring up to external standards. But in appreciating what you actually have. Being present in your actual life. Valuing your actual journey. So practice that. Every time you catch yourself comparing, bring yourself back. What do I actually have? What's actually good right now? What's actually valuable in my own life? Focus there. Appreciate that. Be present with that. That's real. That's yours. That's what matters. The comparison is stealing your joy. The negative self-talk is robbing your peace. The constant looking at others is making you miss your own life. So stop. Come back. Be here. In your own life, on your own path, with your own unique journey. That's enough. Actually, it's more than enough. It's exactly right. It's exactly what your life is supposed to be. Not their life, yours. Not their path, yours. Not their journey, yours. And your journey is valuable. Your path is meaningful. Your life is enough. So see it. Appreciate it. Be present with it. Stop comparing. Start living. That's what you need. That's where peace is. That's how you stop the negative self-talk and start seeing your life accurately. By being present. By appreciating what is. By valuing your own path instead of constantly comparing it to everyone else's. So do it. Stop comparing. Start appreciating. Be present in your own beautiful, unique, enough life. Let me tell you something about your unique path, about why your journey looks different from everyone else's, about why that's not a problem. You're different from everyone else. Your circumstances are different. Your starting point was different. Your gifts are different. Your challenges are different. Your opportunities are different. Your timing is different. Everything about you is unique. So of course your path is unique. Of course your journey looks different. Of course your timeline doesn't match anyone else's. That's not you falling behind. That's not you doing something wrong. That's just you being you on your own unique path. But when you compare yourself to others, you ignore all that uniqueness. You act like everyone should be on the same timeline, should have the same achievements, should be at the same place. But that doesn't make sense. If everyone starts from different places, has different gifts, faces different challenges, why would everyone end up at the same place at the same time? They wouldn't, and they shouldn't, because everyone's path is different. Everyone's journey is unique. Everyone's timeline is their own. So, comparing yourself to someone else's timeline is meaningless. It's like comparing a marathon runner's time to a swimmer's time. They're doing different things, in different conditions, with different training. The comparison doesn't make sense. Your path is yours. Their path is theirs. Those are two different paths. Comparing them doesn't give you useful information. It just makes you feel inadequate for not being on a path you were never supposed to be on. So stop comparing paths. Stop thinking you should be where they are. Stop judging your journey by their milestones. Start appreciating your own path, your own unique journey, your own specific timeline, with all its unique circumstances and challenges and opportunities. This is your path, not better or worse than anyone else's, just different, just yours. Just exactly what it's supposed to be. And on your path, you're doing just fine. You're making progress. You're moving forward. You're learning and growing and becoming. Maybe not as fast as someone else. Maybe not in the same direction. Maybe not with the same milestones. But you're progressing on your own path, in your own way, at your own pace. And that's perfect. That's exactly right. That's exactly what you should be doing. So stop judging your path by someone else's journey. Stop thinking you should be where they are. Stop using their timeline as the standard for yours. Your path is your path, and it's perfect for you. With all its unique twists and turns, with all its specific challenges and opportunities, with all its individual timing. This is your journey. Own it. Appreciate it. Stop wishing it looked like someone else's, because it's not supposed to. It's supposed to look like yours. Unique, individual, perfect for you. So embrace that. Stop comparing. Start appreciating your own unique path. That's where peace is. That's where contentment is. That's where you stop the negative self-talk and start appreciating your own journey by seeing it for what it is. Your path, your journey, your unique, individual, perfect for you timeline. That's enough. That's right. That's exactly what it should be. So believe that. Embrace that. Live from that truth. Your path is yours, and it's perfect, just as it is. Couple time. Negasty. Now, let's talk about self-worth, about where it actually comes from, about why comparison destroys it. Your worth is not determined by how you compare to others. It's not found in being better than someone. It's not proven by achieving more. It's not validated by external measures. Your worth is inherent. It exists simply because you exist. You're valuable because you're human. You matter because you're you. Not because of what you do. Not because of what you achieve. Not because of how you compare. Just because you are. But when you're constantly comparing yourself to others, you're treating worth like it's something you earn, something you prove, something that depends on external measures. And that makes your worth constantly in question, constantly vulnerable, constantly dependent on comparison. If you're doing better than someone, you feel valuable. If someone is doing better than you, you feel worthless. Your sense of worth fluctuates based on who you're comparing yourself to. That's exhausting. That's unstable. That's not how worth actually works. Real worth is stable. It doesn't depend on external factors. It doesn't fluctuate based on comparison. It just is. Always. Inherently. Regardless of what you do or don't do. So when that negative voice tells you you're not good enough, it's basing worth on comparison, on achievement, on external measures. But worth doesn't come from those things. Worth is inherent. You have it simply by being human, by existing, by being you. Nothing you do can increase your worth. Nothing you fail at can decrease it. It's constant, inherent, unchanging. So stop trying to earn worth through achievement. Stop trying to prove worth through comparison. Stop thinking worth depends on being better than others. You already have worth. You've always had it. You'll always have it, regardless of what you do, regardless of how you compare, regardless of what you achieve. That's the truth. That's what you need to internalize. That's what will stop the negative self-talk. When the voice says, "I'm not good enough," you can respond, "My worth doesn't depend on being good enough. I have worth simply by being human." When it says, "I'm behind everyone else," you can respond, "My worth doesn't depend on my timeline. I'm valuable regardless of where I am." When it says, "I'm failing," you can respond, "My worth doesn't depend on success. I matter regardless of my achievements." That's how you combat the negative self-talk. By grounding your worth in truth, in inherent value, in unchanging reality. Not in comparison, not in achievement, not in external measures, but in the simple truth that you're human and therefore valuable. That's stable. That's real. That's unchanging. And that's what you need to build on. Not the shaky foundation of comparison, not the unstable ground of achievement, but the solid truth of inherent worth. You're valuable. Period. Not because of what you do, not because of how you compare, just because you are. Believe that. Internalize that. Build your sense of self on that truth. And watch how the negative self-talk loses its power. How the comparison stops mattering. How the discouragement fades. Because you know your worth. And it doesn't depend on any of those things. It just is. Always has been. Always will be. You're valuable. Right now, as you are, regardless of everything else. That's truth. That's your foundation. That's what you build on. Here's what happens when you stop comparing and stop the negative self-talk. When you start seeing yourself accurately and appreciating your own journey, you become free. Free to be yourself without constantly measuring against others. Free to make choices based on what's right for you, not what everyone else is doing. Free to pursue your own path without constantly looking sideways. You become peaceful because you're not in constant competition. You're not constantly feeling inadequate. You're not constantly discouraged by comparison. You become confident, not arrogant, not comparing yourself favorably to others, but genuinely confident in who you are, what you bring, what you're capable of, regardless of anyone else. You become present because you're not living in comparison to others. You're living in your own life, appreciating your own journey, present with what's actually happening instead of mourning what isn't. All of that becomes possible when you stop comparing, when you quiet the negative self-talk, when you see yourself accurately instead of through the lens of comparison. And that's worth working toward. That's worth the effort it takes to change these patterns. That's worth challenging these thoughts every time they come up. Because freedom is worth it. Peace is worth it. Confidence is worth it. Being present is worth it. So how do you get there? How do you move from comparison and negative self-talk to freedom and peace? One thought at a time, one moment at a time, one choice at a time. Every time you catch yourself comparing, stop. Bring yourself back to your own journey. What am I doing? How am I progressing? What's actually happening in my own life? Every time you hear the negative self-talk, challenge it. Is that actually true? Is that fair? Is that based on accurate information or distorted comparison? Every time you feel discouraged by someone else's success, redirect. Their success doesn't diminish mine. Their timeline doesn't define mine. Their path doesn't determine mine. Keep doing that. Keep catching it. Keep redirecting. Keep choosing truth over distortion, balance over bias, your own path over constant comparison. It won't change overnight. This is a practice, a daily, moment-by-moment practice. But it will change. The thoughts will lose their power. The comparison will matter less. The negative self-talk will quiet. And in its place, you'll find peace. You'll find confidence. You'll find appreciation for your own journey. You'll find freedom to be yourself. That's what's waiting. That's what's possible. That's what you're working toward. So keep going. Keep challenging the negative. Keep refusing the comparison. Keep choosing your own path. It's worth it. You're worth it. The peace and freedom on the other side of this comparison trap is worth every effort. So make that effort. Take that challenge. Choose that path. Stop comparing. Quiet the negative self-talk. Start seeing yourself accurately. And watch how everything shifts. How you feel about yourself. How you see your life. How you experience your journey. It all changes when you stop comparing and start living your own unique, valuable, enough life. So do it. starting tonight, starting now. Sebastian, as you lie here, with all those comparative thoughts swirling, with that negative self-talk playing on repeat, I want you to do something. I want you to come back to yourself, to your own reality, to your own journey, to this present moment. Take a breath. Feel yourself here, in this bed, in this moment, in your own life. Not in comparison to anyone else's life, not in judgment of where you should be. Just here, in your actual reality, your actual present moment. And in this moment, who are you? Not compared to anyone, not measured against anyone. Just you, in your own right, on your own terms. You're someone who's trying, someone who's growing, someone who's making an effort, someone who's on their own unique path. That's real. That's valuable. That's enough. Without any comparison, without any measurement against external standards. Just you, on your journey, doing what you can, being who you are. And that's enough. Feel that. Let that truth settle into your bones. You're enough, right now, as you are, on your own path, at your own pace. The comparison is in your head. The negative self-talk is just a voice. But this present moment, this is real. And in this reality, you're okay. You're not behind. You're exactly where you are. You're not failing. You're just not succeeding in the way you imagined. You're not inadequate. You're just different from others. All of that is okay. All of that is normal. All of that is perfectly fine. So release the comparison. Let go of the negative self-talk. Come back to the simple truth of this moment. You're here. You're you. You're on your own path. And that's enough. That's exactly right. That's exactly what it should be. Rest in that tonight, in the truth of your own journey, in the reality of your own value, in the simple fact that you're enough as you are. And tomorrow, when the comparison starts again, when the negative self-talk returns, come back to this, back to yourself, back to your own journey, back to the truth that you're enough. Keep coming back. Keep choosing truth. Keep refusing comparison. keep releasing negative self-talk. That's your practice. That's your path. That's how you find peace. Not by being better than others, not by achieving more, not by measuring up, but by being present with your own journey, by appreciating your own path, by knowing your own worth. That's enough. You're enough. Right now, as you are. So rest in that truth tonight. Let it comfort you. Let it quiet the negative voice. Let it release the comparison. You're enough. You've always been enough. You'll always be enough. Not because you measure up, but because you're you. And that's inherently valuable. So believe that. Rest in that. Let that be your truth tonight and always. You're enough, just as you are, on your own path, at your own pace, in your own unique journey. That's perfect. That's right. That's enough. Let me tell you what your life looks like when you finally break free from comparison. When you finally silence that negative self-talk. When you finally see yourself accurately. You wake up without immediately checking what everyone else is doing. You go through your day focused on your own path, instead of constantly measuring against others. You make choices based on what's right for you, not what looks impressive to others. You celebrate others' successes without feeling diminished. You acknowledge your own progress without needing it to be better than someone else's. You appreciate your own journey without constantly wishing it looked different. That's freedom. Real freedom. Not the kind that comes from being better than others, but the kind that comes from not needing to compare at all. And that freedom brings peace. Deep peace. The kind that doesn't depend on external validation. The kind that isn't vulnerable to what others are doing. The kind that comes from knowing your own worth, regardless of comparison. That peace creates confidence. Not arrogant confidence that needs to put others down, but quiet confidence that knows your own value, that trusts your own path, that appreciates your own journey. And that confidence enables authentic living, being yourself, pursuing your own goals, following your own path, without constantly looking sideways to see if you're measuring up. That's what's waiting for you. That's what's possible. That's what life looks like on the other side of the comparison trap. And it's not some distant dream. It's not something only special people achieve. It's available to you right now, through choices, through practice, through consistently choosing truth over comparison. Every time you refuse to compare, every time you challenge the negative self-talk, every time you choose to appreciate your own journey, you're moving toward that freedom, that peace, that confidence. It builds. It grows. It becomes more natural until one day you realize you're not comparing anymore. The negative self-talk has quieted. You're just living your own life, appreciating your own journey, confident in your own worth. That's what's coming. That's what you're working toward. That's what's possible for you. So keep going. Keep choosing truth. Keep refusing comparison. Keep challenging negative self-talk. Because freedom is waiting. Peace is available. Confidence is possible. And the life you want, the one where you're just being yourself without constant comparison, it's coming. You're creating it. One choice at a time. One redirected thought at a time. One moment of truth at a time. So don't give up. Don't go back to the comparison. Don't believe the negative self-talk. Keep choosing truth. Keep appreciating your own journey. Keep knowing your own worth. That's how you get there. That's how you break free. That's how you find the peace and freedom and confidence you're seeking. It's coming. Keep going. You're closer than you think. So here we are, at the end of our time together tonight. And I hope something has shifted for you. I hope you see that comparing yourself to others is stealing your joy. I hope you understand that the negative self-talk is lying to you. I hope you know that you're doing better than you think. Because you are. You're on your own unique path. You're making your own progress. You're growing in your own way, and that's perfect. That's enough. That's exactly what it should be. Sleep tonight knowing that you don't have to measure up to anyone. You don't have to be on anyone else's timeline. You don't have to achieve what they've achieved. You just have to be you, on your path, at your pace, living your unique journey. And that's enough. That's always been enough. That will always be enough. Tomorrow, the comparison might try to creep back in. the negative self-talk might return. The feeling of inadequacy might resurface. But now you know how to respond. Challenge the comparison. Question the negative voice. Come back to your own journey. Appreciate your own path. Know your own worth. That's your practice. That's your path. That's how you break free from the comparison trap and the negative self-talk. One thought at a time, one moment at a time, one choice at a time. Keep choosing truth. Keep refusing comparison. Keep seeing yourself accurately. And watch how everything changes. How you feel about yourself. How you see your life. How you experience your journey. It all shifts when you stop comparing and start living. When you quiet the negative voice and start seeing truth. When you appreciate your own path instead of constantly wishing it looked different. That's freedom. That's peace. That's confidence. And it's yours. It's available. It's possible. So claim it. Choose it. Live it. Stop comparing yourself to others. Stop believing the negative self-talk. Start seeing yourself accurately, appreciating your unique journey, knowing your inherent worth. You're enough, right now, as you are, on your own path, at your own pace, in your own unique, valuable, beautiful journey. That's truth. That's reality. That's what you need to believe. So believe it. Rest in it. Live from it. You're enough. You've always been enough. You'll always be enough. Not because you measure up, but because you're you. And that's inherently valuable, inherently worthy, inherently enough. Good night, dear friend. Stop comparing. Stop the negative self-talk. Start seeing yourself truly. You're doing better than you think. You're more valuable than you realize. And you're exactly where you need to be. Your journey is perfect. Your path is right. And you are enough. Sweet dreams. Remember who you are. Remember your worth. Remember you're enough. Just as you are. Right now. Always.